Hey everyone, it's Johnna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and welcome to my studio. I am participating in the hashtag Give a Scrap, which has been sponsored and created by Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and I will link her below. This is a month-long hop. We're all using the hashtag Give a Scrap and also hashtag Show and Tell. We are to, according to Angela's challenge overview, we are to embrace the creative wave in honor of Earth Day. Unleash our artistic spirit by repurposing and transforming your craft scraps into beautiful creations. So let's turn those unused bits into treasures that bring joy and inspiration. So today I am doing, a friend of mine does this technique of goodness. I can't even remember. It had to have been about 15 years ago, and she was going around teaching our art crew how to use crayons in your junk journals. It's really unique. Her name is Martha. She does not have a YouTube channel. And so I'm going to show you her technique. And I don't know that, I think people probably do it now, but she was the first person I saw on Ustream back in the day when we all used to be on Ustream, and we had a bunch of creators, and we used to do the New Year's Eve streamathon, which were creators all across the world ringing in the new year, which was so much fun. We got to participate in it for years. Martha and I and a bunch of people were sitting around the table, and we were pulling out the crayons and having fun with some ink and some stamps and crayons. So this is what you do. And today what I'm doing is I'm using it on scraps. She would do it on cards, but I'm using it on scrap to put in my junk journal because I have so many. How many people have bins of scraps? So this is my bin of basically neutral scraps. There may be a few things that got in here with some color on accident, but I'm going through this, and this is what we're going to use. So grab your bin of scraps, and you are going to need, and I'll link what I use down below. I am using some just red rubber stamps. These are by Indigo Blue. This is a UK brand. I love their stamps. They're beautiful stamps. And so I have not used these in many years, so I pulled them out. I'm using just simple, I find that Crayola crayons work the best. They're a little more pigmented than the more inexpensive brands, so I opt for Crayola. So I grabbed my little box of Crayola. I think I just thrifted these actually, but who doesn't love the smell of Crayola? In fact, I have just like a sniff. I have a box that every now and then when I want to get nostalgic, I pull it out and just smell. It just reminds me of like first day of school. Does anybody else love the smell of crayons? I love that. I love the smell of silly putty and Play-Doh. They're like, oh my goodness, it just brings all the childhood memories flooding back. You will also need some archival ink or some kind of permanent waterproof ink. I like the Ranger archival ink personally, and I'm using it in the color Jet Black. You will need some paper towels. The thing about paper towels is it's going to absorb the leftover wax. Also, it's great to use afterward. You can die cut it, you can ruffle it, you can, because it's going to be very colorful when you're done with this project. So you'll need several of those. I have my crayons out. And I also have my little craft iron heating up over here on the side. So you need a craft iron. You do not want to use your iron, like a steam iron that has holes in it, unless you just use the tip, because uh, the crayons will settle into the holes and it'll clog your iron. Also, you do not want to use your good iron, your good Rowenta or something like that that you use for ironing clothing or ironing your fabrics in your craft room. Get yourself a little craft iron and you will not be sorry. It's great that they're very convenient. You can just iron, like if you've got a wrinkly ribbon that you want to tie on something, pull it out, heat it up, and just do it right there. I also have this, it's an ironing mat. So this is a heavy duty used for sewing in a sewing room, and I have a smaller version of this, of the big one that I actually have, but you'll need some kind of ironing mat or an ironing board. And then I also have a craft sheet in case I don't want to ruin my ironing board, so I'm putting this down on top of it to catch any excess of the wax or the crayon, melted crayon on here. And I just want to say thank you to Angela for including me in with this fantastic group of artists. And I am on, today's the 18th, and tomorrow on the 19th is Hazel, my good friend Hazel, and Bonny. And all these people are going to be linked below in the description box. So just hit the little caret down. It'll open up the description box, and it'll give you everyone's name and where you can find them. But you can also find them if you follow the hashtag Give a Scrap. Okay. Set that aside and let's get to work. This is so much fun. So you're going to start out by taking an image, getting yourself a piece of something. Let me just pull out, I've got this little piece of sheet music. I'm going to use the other side. It doesn't matter. You can do it over the printed side. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to do it on this side. I'm just going to go ahead and I am going to ink up my stamp and get it good and inky. And then I'm just going to put it on the scrap like so. Set that aside. And if you want to right now, you could just go through and do several. So go ahead and just, I'll do 3. And what else do I have that I could use in here? You can even use a piece of ledger. So let's do that. We'll do a ledger and this. Let me get another stamp out. You can do sentiments. You don't have to do an image. I think I'm going to choose her though. I really like her. I wonder if she'll fit on, she does. She fits on that piece nicely. And then what else do I have in here? I kind of like the, I think that sewing machine might be a little big. Is it? Sewing machine fits there. So let's go ahead and ink these images. I'll clean those later. This is a little bigger one, so I'm going to put this down and I'm going to tap it on. As you can tell, my table does not move anymore because I am redoing my studio and I repurposed 2 tables that I had and I covered them. I don't know if you saw my Instagram stories that I covered them in some vintage wood grain contact paper is what I ended up doing. And then I painted the legs to match the other furniture that was in my room. And I just am loving it. And I love that I don't have a bouncing around table that I have to keep apologizing for. So there's her. Let's do another. The sewing machine. Down. So are you guys participating in the Give a Scrap Hop? It's Angela's birth month and her birthday was actually on the 11th. So I did wish her a happy birthday on her birthday. But again, happy birth month, Angela. I'll be seeing you soon. Won't be long. Be giving you a hug in person. Can't wait. Okay, so there's that. All right. Let's set this aside. Now the fun begins. So let's choose some colors for the butterfly. I think I'm going to choose like this pink, this, what's this one called? Violet Rouge. And let's go with some kind of a violet. So, oh, that's blue azul. You know, sometimes you just need to see what color it is because I'm not familiar. Okay, I'm not familiar with the blue azul. I really would rather do a purple like that. Okay, so I have these and I'm going to go ahead and let's do the butterfly first. It's so much fun. You can choose 2 or 3 colors. It doesn't matter. And what you're going to do is be very careful with your little iron. And we are going to, you don't have to work super fast until the next step. So I'm just going to put a little on the tip of the iron. And I'm just going to, you want to kind of have them close to each other, but not necessarily, they're going to mix on their own. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it, I'm going to hold this, and I'm just going to swipe across like so. And if I want to get more color on, which I do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little more, and eventually I'm going to have to peel off the paper off of these. So I'm going to come back in and turn it upside down this time, and I'm going to swipe this way and come in that way. All right. Then what I'm going to do, so you're going to see that it's kind of foggy and not clear. The stamp isn't very clear through that, but what you're going to do now is you're going to take your paper towel, you're going to lay it down on top of it, and we are going to just, this is also going to clean off the iron. So you're just going to hold it over here, and we're just going to go ahead and press off the wax. Let's see, I'm going to take this over here. And you're going to get this beautiful image that looks like you hand colored it. It has such a wonderful texture. I can't even tell you. It's like slick, but not slick. So I can't, the thinner the paper too, it gives a beautiful finish, almost like glassine a little bit, probably because of the wax content of the crayons. So let's do another one. So we got that one. Let's do this one in like, I'm going to do like orangey kind of color. Let's do some like a golden kind of color. And how about this like reddish little. So you kind of paint your palette. Then again, we are going to just hold it, and you're going to just swipe across like so. So much fun. And then you've got your colored image, and you're going to take your paper towel. We're going to put that over, and it's going to get rid of that cloudy effect, also cleaning off your little iron, your little cracked iron. And then you have this finish. So cute. Okay, let's do her. And I'm kind of feeling that purpley blue vibe for her. So I'm going to use that blue azul color and come in there. And I'm going to choose maybe a little white in places. And then let's do a purple. Oh, I just did that one. Duh. I just did that one. Here's a bright blue. Okay. So I colored kind of my palette, I'm calling it, and then we're just going to come in and we are just going to swipe it across. And I don't want to really kind of cover over it again. Like I don't want to go over it again because it will move the colors and it'll just become mush. And so let's take that off of the paper. And you can go in and layer these also if you want. This is kind of dark, but I don't mind it. It's very moody. I'll probably just cut around her and add something else in to her. I wish I had a gold crayon. That could be fun. Did they put gold in the things? And then also, see, I can see like here for some reason there was a little mark, and I can go back in while it's warm and I can blend. So while the paper's warm, I can use the crayon and I can blend, and then I'll go back in and I will press that off, and that will blend the colors. So you can choose like the lightest color, and you can go in, and while it's warm, it will be, you'll feel it. You'll feel the wax in the crayon. You'll feel it melting on the paper. And then when it starts to kind of grab, you'll know that it's not warm anymore and you want to work on a warm surface. So for the blending. And I'm just going to pick up that wax part, and it deposits the pigment. Yeah. Okay. So sometimes I like to just tear, which in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and tear around, and I'll use these in like clusters. You know, you guys know how to use your scraps. You can use them in snippet rolls. You can use them on cards. You can use them on pockets. You can use them on tags. There's all kinds of awesome embellishments that you can make from these. All right, so I got that. This one, do I want to tear around it? Maybe just a little bit. Just gonna kind of tear that side because I want to leave the numbers there, and then I'm going to tear around. Wow, this is old paper because it's just tearing out. Very lovely. And I'm leaving the edge. You don't have to. Like this one, I kind of went around closer to the stamped image, and then this one I'm going to leave the color on there so I'm not tearing as close. And so that's something you can do also. So let me know down in the comments below. Do you think you would give this a go? Ooh, I have this really pretty, I don't know what this is, this embossed kind of wallpaper. It has a name, but I forgot the name of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and, pardon my reach, I'm going to go ahead and use this as a background. Like so. Let's see, I'm just going to go ahead and, why not use the scrap up, right? One little piece left. So I'll put her on here. Let's find some things that we can kind of put behind. I've got this pretty, ooh, that would be pretty behind here. I save all my little strips. So let's use some of this behind. that. Let me get some glue. I'm just going to use some tacky glue. That down there. Add a little to the strip. And I'm going to grab some of the oxide ink, and I'm going to go ahead and just hit the edges because these stamps are a little on the vintage side. Like so. And then let's see, I think I have a, I saw some. Ooh, that's kind of pretty for something. And like, this is pretty right here. Yeah, I like that. And then let's see what else I have. I thought I saw some labels actually in here, which was when I was digging. I have this thing, which is kind of cool. I don't know what kind of packaging it came off of, but that is kind of neat. Oh, I got that thing too, which is really cool. Go ahead, add that into there. Oh, found some. I don't know whose these are. This is some kind of printable. Oh, this is cute. I'm going to add that there. I love that it has Melbourne in there. You know me, I'm a big Australia girl. And let's see. Oh, I've got, that's pretty. Maybe I'll put some of this just behind it. Or how about below it? So vellum. Yeah, so I'm almost have my studio finished. I'm doing a big move, and it's been quite the challenge, let me tell you, when you have a lot of years of crafting and you have tons of supplies. But this is my feeling. It's going to be such a blessing to, sorry, I have some crinkly bits in here. Yeah, I thought I saw another label. And it's a lot to pack. And okay, perfect. So let's get this glued down. I cannot tell you how many times I've had to move my craft supplies over, gosh, the last 14 years. I've had a lot of moves. So I'm kind of a pro at it. I would call myself a pro. It's not, it helps. So what it helps you figure out what you have, and you rediscover things that you have. And so this goes there. So I'm going to make, this will end up being a pocket, I think. I mean, it could go on a card, but I think that'll make a really cute pocket. So that one, to me, I feel like that's done. And then let's do this one. Pull that little bit off. I can already tell I have the trash can too far away from me. Put this on here. I don't know what this little bit is, so I'm just going to tear that off. And then glue this on. And I've got, I don't know that I need that so square. Let's turn it at a little interest. I'm gonna get this edge up. These might be vintage studio printables. Or they could be Tracy Fox. I don't know. I bought some printables years ago. I'm talking like many years ago. I'm not a big printable user anymore. I never was a really big printable user because I have so much vintage stuff. I appreciate the artistry in it. And sometimes if I can't find something that I need for a project, I'll make my own printables for the project, like I did for the Candyland ones. Just made my own project, which those I'm going to get back in the works, working on those and finishing them up and get those out to people that reserve them. I did not forget. Do you guys tend to make your ephemera before you start on a project? Do you have like a bin of ephemera already made? I kind of do, and I don't. I'll make it so that I remember an idea, you know, or I'll be experimenting. These were super simple little embellishments that you can make using your little crayon colored in stamps. So if watercoloring is not your thing, if you're intimidated by it, you can get a very similar look using the melted crayon technique. I appreciate you guys being here. Again, go show the other creators some love that are taking part of this Give a Scrap. Give the earth a hug for Earth Day this month in celebration. And I appreciate you guys, and I will be back soon. Thank you.